Hello, my name is Justin Thompson. I'm a student at EDM 310 at the University of South Alabama. Here with me is Miss Jones. She's an English teacher at Central Baldwin Middle School. All right. Today we'll be talking about project-based learning and technology in the classroom. Okay, Miss Jones, what type of technology do you use in your classroom, or do your students have access to?
Okay, the students here in Baldwin County have all received laptops. It is for each student to take home with them. They give them to them at the beginning of the year, and the students check them back in at the end of the year. They are used in all the classes. In my classroom, we probably don't use them maybe 2 or 3 times a week because I think it's important for them to be exposed to all types of learning. But they are used for research. We have the online textbook is embedded in their laptops, so there is really no excuse for them to not get done what they need to get done for class.
Absolutely. Now you said it can be some sort of a distraction for the students at some point. Can you talk about some ways that maybe we can limit the distractions and what the distractions are?
Okay, as far as the distraction, it's student to student, and it's very much like any student situation, a negative situation. You have the talkative students, and then you have students who just by nature are just quiet and focused. So those students who are not so quiet and not so focused can be distracted with, they'll be sneaking in a game or music or Skyping other students, which those are all against school policy.
Yes.
Like today, you were here and we viewed a movie trailer to introduce the unit that we're about to work on the Underground Railroad. Those students had their laptops, they had them up. As I'm walking around the room, I saw a student who was looking at a lesson from history. He wasn't even looking at the right thing. So it's that distracted student that is going to be distracted probably no matter what you have them doing. But the laptops make those things readily available for them. Another thing I wanted to mention was they're in a time when they're supposed to be reading and gaining some type of information. They'll be listening to a video or a music, some type of music in their headphones, and it's really hard for them to concentrate on what they're supposed to be reading or the task they're supposed to be completing because they're too busy listening to the songs that they have. That's my main problems that I have in my classroom. Yes,
ma'am. We talked about earlier about the project-based learning and how technology is allowing them to do that. What does your students respond? How do they respond to project-based learning?
They love individual projects. They love projects that involve them in technology, something that they can research, produce, and then show it to the class, present it to the class. You saw some of that. What did you see in the classroom today?
The iMovie, they were really excited about that when I walked in about their iMovie. We're actually doing that in the EDM 310 as well, but it seemed like they were proud of it, and they took it their own, and they wanted to show me what they've accomplished, and that was awesome to see. Do a lot of the students act the same way?
Most of them are proud. You have the shy student who just wants me to see what they've done, but an overwhelming majority loves to put it up there on that smart board and show the whole class, I put this cool music with this cool picture and this information that you told us to find, so they usually are very proud of their projects that they do.
So this motivates them, you would say?
I would say it motivates them. It motivates them to get it interesting, not just to put the information down, but to make it an interesting presentation. Definitely.
Absolutely. Well, what makes a good project-based learning activity in your classroom? What are some?
We try to do some prior knowledge. Last week we did a web quest where they had to go in and we were studying Edgar Allan Poe because it was Halloween and spooky and all of that. So we did some Edgar Allan Poe literature, and they had to do a web quest on his life to see, he was such a tragic character. And so they had to go in and find different things about him, answer questions about his life details, and about the works that he produced, the writing that he did. Well, then they took that prior knowledge and made a movie trailer out of it to introduce the unit. So it's a building. You have to, build a good project, and that helps if you have them involved in research, seeking out knowledge, and then applying that knowledge to some type of interesting presentation.
Oh, that is fantastic. So throughout this video, we've explained the benefits of it and how students interact with each other. And you said you are a 25-year-old?
25-year teacher. Yes.
25-year
veteran.
Veteran. Yes, that's
Okay.
right. Absolutely.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Well, if 25-year teacher veteran can adapt to the project-based learning, that shows a lot about where it's going to go in the future. So
Absolutely. It's ever growing, and it's positive. I haven't always been extremely supportive, but I do see the value in it, and I think that it's something that students have to have.
Well, thank you very much, Ms. Jones.
Okay.